Hi guys, TLKZ8 here, and I'm your theme park reviewer. And this is episode 2 of my theme park reviews, and of course, with an addition, ride reviews. Of course, today I'm doing a ride review, guys. You can see over there by my manly parts. Not literally, but you understand. I hate where you put the actual titles now for YouTube. It just sucks. So, the reason why I'm doing this review, of course, as you guys can see, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, is because I wanted to originally, and I intended to put it into my review for Onslaught Adventure, but considering that the Onslaught Adventure review is 36 minutes long, yeah, I'm pointing up there so you guys can go ahead and click that link. Don't worry, it's not a bad video. You won't get bored. You won't fall asleep. Trust me. Just go check it out. It's just the fact that I didn't want to put much more time into it. Like, I don't want to put a 1-hour review of Onslaught Adventure, because I know I can go on and on about Onslaught Adventure, but I can give you some good detail. So, anyways, let's get on to The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, because I don't want to make the same mistake with this ride review. So, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man opened up in May 28th, 1999 with the Onslaught Adventure Park, and also opened up in Universal Studios Japan on January 23rd, 2004, 3 years after Universal Studios Japan just opened, which is pretty cool because this is the only 2 rides that you can actually get for The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, even though it's Universal's best ride that they've kind of made in a while, or in a long time, because they've never made a ride just like this ever. But when they try to reduplicate it, they do a poor job. I'm looking at you, Transformers ride. I don't know. I'm the only one, I think, that's not super psyched about the Transformers ride. But we'll wait till the summertime. Okay? We're gonna wait for the summertime to see if this ride is good. But 4 minutes and also boredom that I've seen on YouTube is making me just say, let's go. Alright, so the queue line for Spider-Man is actually really cool. Both versions are a little bit more different, as I already said. Or I haven't really said it. The Japanese version actually has 2 extra places, or 2 extra things in their queue area, which is a printing press room, and also, dueling stations when you get onto the ride, which is pretty cool. Basically, it's in the New York section for Universal Studios Japan, and the New York section of Universal Studios Japan mimics, or the whole entire park of Universal Studios Japan mimics the Universal Studios Florida version, which isn't too bad, but pretty small. So when you look at this type of park, you just gotta have to say, eh. But I'm just digressing from that point. Basically, it's in the New York section. It's where the Revenge of the Mummy should be, and it's basically that same exact building. So, there's my main reason. When you walk into the building, of course, for both versions, you walk into the Daily Bugle, and this is where the story starts to begin. You walk into the Daily Bugle, you walk into the lobby. It's not like you're walking straight into the editor's room. You're walking straight into the lobby where the elevators are, where the secretary's desk is, and you have like these little TV screens. These TV screens are pretty old. I don't know, because I haven't really been on a new version yet, and I hope I get a chance to get on a new version pretty soon. But yeah, I know that the old version had TV sets, like the old TV sets, and one of the few things that they would do is they would show you what Daily Bugle is about, what they're kind of done with, what they're doing, and what they're best for, what they're best known for, which is Spider-Man stories and all that stuff. What made him drive up to the top, what made J. Jonah Jameson so filthy rich and stuff. You know, all the fun stuff that you actually see in this lobby area. The next area is the office area. The office area is pretty much flooded with everything. J. Jonah Jameson's office, cubicles, and computers. On the computers, if you ever go through the ride, check out the computers, because the computers always have something on it. And every time I go to it, there's always these pictures and information about the villains that you're going to be seeing on the rides. You're going to see Scream, which is like, if you've ever seen the ride on YouTube, of course there'll be a link to it here, or on the bottom in the info section. And if you guys don't know what Scream is, she's basically that Carnage-looking person, the one who looks like Venom, but just with hair. That's Scream. They have the Electro, the Doc Ock, you know, all the villains that's actually on the ride's information, and even the anti-gravity cannon information. They give you all the information of all the stuff that you're going to see in the ride, including the scoop car, which is the next room that we actually get into. I call it the scoop conference room or conference room because they show you what the scoop is. They give you a little miniature of the scoop, and this is the ride vehicle for people that are going to become junior reporters or junior journalists. And this scoop car is supposed to be really, really great because it's made by Stark Industries, and I still don't know what the heck it's really made for. I don't know what makes it so awesome, other than the fact that it gets you direct connection to the Daily Bugle, but I don't really know if it has any superpowers or anything. It's just that's a really cool looking vehicle. That's it. And I swear that's the only thing I can come up with. I'm sorry. So right after that area, you walk straight into what is actually the garage of the Daily Bugle. So once from there, you get onto the ride, and the ride begins. Now the initial story of the ride is that Spider-Man is on the most dangerous side of his life, and it could be yours too, of course. And I'm sorry if I'm saying and too much. And he said it's going to be the most deadliest night of his life, and it could be ours too. So what he knows us to do is just to be careful while we're actually going out on our junior journalist little scoop thingy, whatever, or you know, trying to find information about what's going on here. Of course, once we leave from there, we get smacked straight into the warehouse that's actually right next to Spider-Man, if you watch in the first scene. And once you get into this warehouse, you find out that, hey, here's the Sinister Syndicate, and they're planning to do something. And the thing that they're planning to do is, I really don't know. They took out the Statue of Liberty, and Doc Ock is talking about something like, oh, the anti-gravity cannon is so powerful that not even Spider-Man's going to be able to stop him. And I think it was Hobgoblin said, oh no, you mean stop us because they're a team. But he's like, you know, I don't even give a crap. So Electro kind of notices that there's intruders, and we're the intruders, and he tries to shock us, and he fails. And then from there we meet Hydro into the Sword because he gets shocked right into the Sword somehow. I really don't know. It makes no sense. It would have been better to have kind of a dip and a drop to make us feel like we actually went inside the Swords. But hey, it's theme park logic. Theme park logic. When certain knowledge put into a set ride or area wasn't totally thought out very well, but is passable due to imagination. Okay, and once you're in the stores, you meet Hydro Man. Hydro Man is, well, we bump into Spider-Man, and we bump into Hydro Man. Hydro Man and Spider-Man gets a little bit of a fist fight, and of course Hydro pushes us out the store somehow, and we're outside already, back into the real world. I'm sorry, not back into the real world, back into the streets of New York, and we bump straight into Hobgoblin. Hey, we're right by the Roosevelt Bridge, or no, the Williamsburg Bridge, and of course Hobgoblin does his most notable line of the ride: trick or treat, smell my feet, time to blow you off the street. Throws his pumpkin bomb, and of course Spider-Man catches it with his web, and he throws it right back to the bridge. Bridge blows up, and throws another pumpkin bomb, and it just misses us and blows up another part of the bridge or building, and you see a blast of fire. This is where you really feel that interaction. That's really where you're building the big interaction with the ride, which is that more ride portion. I know I'm not sounding so enthusiastic right now. It's like 1:48 in the morning. I'm sorry. From there, you go into what's supposed to be the climax of the ride. You meet up with Doc Ock. Doc Ock takes his anti-gravity cannon, almost gets us, but Spider-Man knocks him over, and he puts an anti-gravity on the Statue of Liberty's head, Lady Liberty's head, and we move into the next room, which leads us to, I think I've messed it up. I think I just messed it up. I think Right after Hydra, we meet up with Doc Ock. After Doc Ock, we meet up with Hobgoblin. Right after Hobgoblin, we get hit by Doc Ock. There we go. We get hit by Doc Ock with that anti-gravity cannon, which rises us up to 400 feet. And it's a really cool effect that they do that makes us go, like, makes us look like we're actually rising up 400 feet by making this little banner thing go down. And we look like we're rising up 400 feet, even with their little bobbing, weaving, and we move into the next room, which goes into a big climax between Spider-Man facing against the Sinister Syndicate, whoops all their asses. Yeah, Spider-Man beats all of them. We got crit dropped from the anti-gravity cannon because Doc Ock drops us for I don't really know what reason. I still think the anti-gravity cannon is like the worst supervillain weapon I've ever seen. And we drop and we see the sword that says no, not an exit, and we move into the next room, which is the end room where Spider-Man takes a picture of us and the ride is over. Also, once again, I'm sorry if I didn't sound too enthusiastic. So let me get into my rating. Once again, my rating scale still goes from 10 being Disney quality and 1 being a piece of shit, and I still stick with that rating, no matter what, because piece of shit really defines if a ride is really bad or not, but piece of shit is pretty bad. Nobody likes shit, so, hey, once again, it's like 150. Still bear with me, people. Please bear with me. I'm trying to be as enthusiastic as I am trying to be right now. So, basically, what would I give the Amazing Spider-Man ride? I would give the Amazing Spider-Man a 9.7 out of 10. That's basically very close Disney quality. I hope that's I'll try to fix that up next time. The reason why I give it 9.7 out of 10 is mostly because it's just really good. I know I didn't sound too enthusiastic during my review to make you guys really feel like how I felt when I was going on a ride. And I think I should have did the video a little bit more earlier, but I was like, let me get it done now because I'm going to have a lot of stuff I'm going to have to do tomorrow. But really, the reason why I give it 9.7 is because this ride is really awesome and really amazing. And the only thing that's really bringing it down, and I haven't really said in this review, and I'm kind of glad I didn't say it until now, is just the queue area. The queue area is just kind of weak because, well, the American version, or Islands Adventure version, is all on one floor. That's one big problem, because it is Daily Bugle, but the only thing that they did really badly and really pisses me off is that they could have put us in the elevator. Hey, let me just give you an example. If you guys go to Men in Black Alien Attack, everything is on one level except for the ride. The ride is actually on a below level, which is actually pretty cool. I never noticed that, but it is actually on a level that's below the actual it's below everything. It's actually below ground level. I don't know how they did it, but they did a dang good job on doing that. But they could have did this for this ride. Maybe if it had to go if they had to elevate it a little bit, that would have been cool too. But the cool thing that they could have did was do what they did with the the Men in Black Alien Attack ride. As I said, I am pretty tired, so my thoughts go crazy. Hey, you understand me? But that was my big gripe there, was that they could have made us go through this little process, like you're walking through Daily Bugle. We're introduced by one of the people that work in Daily Bugle who say, oh, you guys are trying to be journalists? Okay, come with us. We're going to show you through this thing. We're going to introduce you to the scoop, go into this elevator, fit like 20 people into the crazy elevators that you see on the side, and then there you go. Next group come in, next 10, 20 people, and have people wait for the ride. Instead of the way how they did it, because the way how they did it was pretty weak, because everything is on the same floor, and that was the only thing that took me out of the immersion. As I said in my previous review, once again, up there, it's still up there, I'm pretty sure. In my previous review, I said that there's a problem with immersion in the Marvel Superhero Islands because they have this big plaster of Wolverine on a building. But the only thing is, the immersion here is pretty weak because everything is on one floor. And you know it's Daily Bugle. In the comics, they don't say that Daily Bugle is on one floor. No siree Bob. They say that Daily Bugle is actually a freaking building. And here, they suck at doing that. That's just my main problem, is that you're walking from area to area in one room. Basically, everything is on the same floor. The parking lot is on the same floor. The scoop, Scoop conference room, or conference room, sorry. The conference room is on the same floor as the editing room and as the lobby area, which really just makes you say, why do that to this ride? Like, Men in Black Alien Attack, as crappy as the entrance looks like this version, or like the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man building does, they could have did a great job by reinventing that same entrance for that attraction for this attraction. Matter of fact, Universal did a great job by reinventing the actual ride technology with high definition and stuff, but remake the actual queue area, make it a little bit more interactive, make it a little bit more cool. Like, that was my only big problem with the actual queue area, is just the fact that everything's on the same floor. But that's just for the case. I gotta say that I just didn't like the queue area, but the ride itself is really good. And I got immersed when I was on the ride, but I wasn't really immersed when I was outside the ride waiting for the line. No, I'm sorry, waiting for a ride. I just wasn't fully immersed. So there's really my big reason. So once again, 9.7 out of 10. And it's pretty close to Disney quality. So, my name is SalonKC8. I hope you guys enjoy my review. I hope you guys also do subscribe. It would be pretty cool if you guys subscribe, because there's not a lot of people like myself that do amusement park reviews or even ride reviews. This is why I did this channel, is because nobody's doing amusement park and ride reviews like I am. So, once again, guys, my name is SalonKC8, and I'm your theme park reviewer. And of course, click that subscribe button down there if you do like these videos and hope to see me in a more lively fashion. So, SalonKC8.